And this lies the problem in the gacha community. Gacha Smack just dropped a video. MrPokke tried to cook me, and he cooked himself. I'm going to say this right off the bat. I like both these men. I really like Gacha. I think Gacha's like low-key, like the voice of reason. He's like that dad who just kind of like schools you and is like, yo, you're acting like an idiot, or you're saying stupid things and whatnot. And Pokey's cool, but Pokey lately he's been farming, brother. This man Pokey has been farming to the max and absolutely farmed the crap out of EO. And is now farming literally anything. And again, I like him and I understand it because it's the game, right? That's the game you play. But I also personally find it a little weird from a viewer's perspective that if all of these people are in a circle together, I understand maybe farming them here and there. But then I actually uploaded my own version of this video because Pokey dropped this on his MrPokke Clips channel. And I put up a reaction to it. Is Zenless Zone Zero actually a success? And Gacha Smack, in this video, I think Pokey only played about like 6-7 minutes of it. Gacha Smack goes over his thoughts on it and what qualifies as a success and whatever the case may be. And he didn't play the whole video, obviously, right? So Pokey just spoke on those certain points, but it came off in a little weird way. And there's some other videos that he's done this with other CCs that he's been reacting to. I mean, like even today, if you look at this, MrPokke, he put up a video of going through like the drama in the chat of a gacha war. And it feeds into this narrative of like there's a gacha war at hand. And it's like, well, if you amplify it and if you're kind of just like feeding more into it, and it's like it just comes off cringy. I think it comes off very cringy. And so again, I like him. I really, really like Pokey. Don't get it twisted, but I feel like it's just kind of weirdo energy. So let's watch this. Let's see what happens. I have not seen this yet. I want to see what he says.
And I don't know the answer.
Let's move myself over.
Is this just the same exact audience
over here
of Hoyoverse in the Hoyo sphere transitioning over to their other games to play their other games and spend their money?
All right, here's my take on this.
There we go.
And I'm gonna cook Gacha Smack a little bit.
This is the thing, and this is the part that I think is corny. Because obviously he's saying this in good faith and fun and whatever, but he's continuously doing this with every CC that he's making these videos with. And it's like, I don't know the relationship with these two, right? I have no idea. I cannot speak on their relationship. I'm not going to pretend I know either one of them or I've interacted with either one of them. But from an outside perspective, again, if this is your inner circle of coworkers and your people, and it's not like there's a same photo person in the circle and they're all genuinely good people, I just think it's silly to do this. And it comes off in a way where it's not like super joke. Like you get that it's a joke, but it also comes off like, really, this is what we're doing? And then, the title of the video, it's just, it's weird. It's weird. It's cringe. It's cringy. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, cook Gacha Smack.
Not because I like Zenless Zone Zero, but I'm just gonna cook him because this opinion is inherently false. Because he failed to consider this one very important thing. Because he failed to consider this one very important thing. Neutrally, I'm gonna neutrally cook Gacha Smack.
Also, he's not neutral. It's the farthest thing from the truth. Now it's a meme. I think it's a meme. Like he is more diving into drama than most CCs, including Techie. People like to say Tectone's the king of drama, but that's really not the case. But the neutral thing, it's a meme. He's not neutral, But I think people really believe him when he says that. It's just not the case. So
Build up patch exists, my man.
Now that I agree with.
Do you think every single fucking month we're gonna get a Firefly? Do you think every single fucking month we're gonna get an Aircron?
Yeah.
You think every single fucking month we're gonna get a Netland?
That's what I said in my video. That's what I said.
It's just that easy.
Yeah.
So, yep, okay. Neutrally, of course. Neutrally, right? Neutrally.
Always hitting 150.
It's like saying those things and then hiding behind the neutral comment. Like, oh, by the way, but it's neutral. By the way, I'm neutral. And it's like, it gets annoying. I as a viewer, I'm like, all right, bro. Like, really? Like, like he was making comments about like Legion's doing laundry, because Legion brought up in a video. He reacted to a video about Legion's mental health pretty much. And he was like, yeah, he's got to do laundry, guys. And it's like, all right, like, come on. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that I think is corny. And I'm like, I think it comes off distasteful in my
They
opinion.
just got their pre-existing consumers to spend money more often. Oh, you
That's
didn't
what I
spend in
think.
Honkai Star Rail this month because it's a dead patch? Well, you spent in Zilla.
Okay, now it's getting to the point. Now it's getting to the point. That first 1 minute, you can just throw out the window.
Now it's getting to the point. The first 1 minute, you can just throw out the window.
The difference right
brother.
now, basically, without Zenless Zone Zero, do you really think that Jade's banner is gonna sell 90 million?
Well, I mean, we all knew that.
Let's just be real. So basically, without Zenless Zone Zero, he's basically saying that it would have been the same amount of money. You're not gonna drop 90 million on Jade.
I agree with the sentiment that Jade is not like Jade was not bringing in that money, but that is not what Gacha is saying. And that's just like a wild inference and just kind of taking a leap and putting words in his mouth. So
See where this
Yeah,
argument
man.
will start to collapse?
They just got their pre-existing consumers
covering them
to
again.
spend money more often. Oh, you didn't spend in Honkai Star Rail this month because it's a dead patch? Well, you spent in Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah.
Right? So they're taking the customer they already have in front of them and just making them spend money more often, which still is an increase in their net profits. We're not net, gross. Well, look what the cat done dragged in.
oh brother.
Mr. Chokey. You know, it's
People do spend far.
Not
too
the
much money
Mr.
on-
Chokey, brother. Oh man, I gotta watch this on my Google Chrome. I got ad blocker there. The Naruto music is crazy.
time since I've baked your ass like a brownie in the oven. So I guess the par is set for the course. You know, time is inevitable at this point. It's been too long. Let's start off with you saying you were gonna cook me. I don't know if you don't know the definition of that, but brother, it's not a cook if you state some shit that I end up saying later on in the video. In fact, you kind of cooked yourself at that particular point. Let me be
I think if you're gonna do videos like this, like how MrPokke did, I think you have to sit down and watch the whole video. I'm in the wrong in the sense of that I didn't watch the whole Gacha Smack video, but I saw Pokey's video like reacting to it. So it was like a reaction of a video. I reacted to a reaction. But like I also didn't make any weird claims or anything like that. Just from the segment, I was like, some things I agree with, some things I don't. But I do think like if you're gonna upload it, I think you should upload the full video reaction, or at least react to the full video. And if you're not going to react to the full video, you shouldn't put that out there, because again, now you're going to have the communities going back and forth where, let's say MrPokke's intention was not to make any type of drama, but now you have people going to Gacha saying, hey, Pokey cooked you. Gacha's like, what? How'd he cook me? What'd he do? And you see that he reacted to 7 minutes or 5 minutes of a video, and it's like, well, why would you upload that? Like, what's the point? Like, because it's clearly not like you watch the whole thing to get the full viewpoint, right? So it's just weird. It's just weird. Again, weirdo energy. I think it's very, very weirdo energy. You know, he spoke about there being sharks in the water on his podcast, and they were talking about with EO, and like I get that, you know, like ultimate opportunist type stuff, but it's just things like this where it's like, really, or like reacting to that Legions video, really, you know, like it's corny. It's corny.
a good role model and show you how to properly cook. Right now, you
great
look like a
heavens.
budget tech tone in his absence. Farming for every little drama there is.
Oh, my Lord.
And then you
Oh,
putting
my
up with this
God.
goddamn neutral act. Can we stop it? Can we
Oh, my
stop
God.
it with this neutral shit? You are the furthest thing
True.
from neutral, bro. Right now, in real time, you are farming a drama knowing that it's going to incite hostility and tension amongst the two different communities known as Wuthering Waves and, Hoyo Cucks, Chills, whatever you want to call it. That's not neutral, okay? That's instigation. Or even playing devil's advocate at this
Definitely an
particular
instigator,
point.
for
If you want some advice, look at how Vulcan handles everything. You know how he handles it?
Bro, Vulcan doesn't exist on the internet. I believe Vulcan is not a real human. Vulcan is not around. Vulcan uploads his one video, does his podcast, and goes about his day and lives his life. That man is neutral, because that man doesn't say a word on anything. I really don't think Vulcan's real. I think that's
He
just a myth.
stays out of that shit.
Homie's literally
That's
like
the
barefoot.
definition of neutral. Vulcan is a master
whatever his
class
name is.
neutralist. I don't even know if neutralist is a word, but it should be for him because bro specializes in neutrality. Anyways, Pokey, you're still an amateur at reacting.
Oh,
Yep,
damn.
you're still an amateur. You still
that's
don't
unfortunate.
understand the ins and outs of React content. You got to make damn well certain a creator has made their point before jumping the gun, because now you look like a goof. You just look like a goof.
Look.
Now, getting
Look.
off of Pokey and getting on to the community. Most people that watch
community
my
makes it
content,
worse.
you understood it. I applaud you. I already told you guys it was a healthy discussion. Here's the issue with not only MrPokke, but also
I wonder how long his video was. I do think the community 1000% makes all these issues worse. A 17-minute video. Okay, it was less than half. Less than half
these
of a
other
video.
dumb fucks.
Oh,
They
great
watched,
heavens.
I looked at the average view duration of that 17-minute video. It was 7 minutes. What that means is they didn't watch the end of a very nuanced discussion, right? And that's the problem. Chronically online children and adult babies who have very low comprehension skills, low attention spans, and they formulate their opinion off of 1 point out of 10 points. I go into so many different facets of the discussion of the revenue charts in that video. There's not even a real opinion formed by me. I'm merely making a speculative observation based off of what's in front of me.
I think it's very important that I think people don't understand that you can present multiple ideas and multiple thought processes about the same topic / concept and not think like, oh, so that's what you mean. And it's like, well, let's slow down. Like, if I've provided you with 4 or 5 different thoughts, I'm not saying, unless I exclusively say, but I agree with number 3 the most, then that is the one that you agree with the most. But if you're providing multiple, like he said, again, I didn't watch that full video. Maybe we'll do a reaction to it. I don't know. But if you're providing multiple thoughts and whatnot, I mean, unfortunately, we're on the internet where people are just going to take anything and run with it. And again, I've said this multiple times in my most recent videos. People on the internet like to take anything you say, twist it, use it, try to use it against you and make it about them and fit their narrative or their perspective, as opposed to using your words objectively and what they actually meant. So again, I don't think Pokey did anything out of like super duper harm and malice or anything like that. I don't. Like, Pokey is inherently not a bad human being. Like genuinely, like to sit here and pretend like the guy's an asshole, it's not true. I just think it's silly, and I do think it is goofy. Ugh, yuck. But especially if those are supposed to be your homies. But like, I don't think that's what he meant to do. I also don't think he should have just uploaded the video. And I think that, and again, but when you do that, you're now starting, you know, his community or Gacha's community trying to defend him and vice versa. And then again, you're instigating that Woodwing Waves, Genshin Impact, Hoyo, all that nonsense. So I really don't see anything to gain from uploading that. Now, granted, it was uploaded to the Clips channel, I believe. But even still, I really like don't see, was it worth gaining maybe like the $20 of ad revenue or $30 of ad revenue or however much it is? Maybe his ad revenue is much higher than mine, right? Probably it's MrPokke. But I just don't know. I feel like things like that, again, like do I want to upload a video potentially trying to start or misinterpret my homie's words without reacting to the whole thing for a couple extra dollars, as opposed to just watching it on stream? It's different if you just watch it on stream, have a discussion, make a joke here and there, and move on, right? But then uploading it, I think, is where it's like, okay, that's weird. That's weirdo. So, yeah.
Which means none of it can be disproven nor proven.
True.
As I said in the video, there's not enough data. So the only thing anybody could do is just give their best educated guess based off of aggregated data that's on the internet right now, which I also find funny. This is another topic. You got people going in the comment section stating things like they're facts, right? This is why it happened.
Actually, Gacha Smacks.
Nobody has access to the
No. Actually, no. That's the thing. No, actually, you're wrong, because I think actually, whatever I said is correct. Whatever I said is correct. Okay.
internal data
I have a PhD in Gacha revenue. Okay.
of these companies. Not even Sensory Tower. Sensory Tower's numbers aren't even entirely accurate. So it's so funny when I see people coming on with all this confidence that this is why it's happening. And that's also another fascinating thing. I kept stating in that video that none of this is factual. I'm asking. This is an open-ended discussion.
Definitely said he was
know
asking, for sure.
I made it crystal clear that I was merely trying to have a discussion with the community and just look at all of the facets as to why the numbers are what they are. But you got people telling me that I'm hating on Zenless Zone Zero. You dumb fucking Caterpie/Weedle pencil dick nerd. I made the most positive review out of all creators. I made the most thorough and positive review of Zenless Zone Zero.
Honestly, Gacha, if you didn't say it was a 10 out of 10, I think you're wrong. Like, I think you're wrong. Factually, you're wrong. You're just wrong. It's inaccurate.
I'm hating? How, Sway? Somebody explain, how am I hating?
Because because you're wrong.
I can't make this up, guys.
That's why.
Then we got Wuthering Waves is failing. You're not going to acknowledge that it dropped by 16 million? That's substantial.
It's not.
It's failing.
It's not
well, if Wuthering Waves is failing, then Honkai Star Rail is definitely dying because it dropped by 60 million.
We have spoke about that in that video particularly that I reacted to, and I think it was in that one that we've brought up Tower of Fantasy and Epic 7. The Twitch viewership is not a representation of anything really. Tower of Fantasy has 22 viewers right now. 22 viewers. If I went live right now with 10 people, I would have the most viewers in TOF. But Tower of Fantasy is normally in the green. Epic 7. If I go to Star Rail right now, shout out to my boy Nix IRL. Everyone go follow my boy Nix IRL. If I go to Nix IRL, if I go to Star Rail right now, right? It has 2.4K views with the most being 295, 288, and 265. W Nix in the chat, love brother. Top 3 goated. It's there are down periods, but that doesn't mean the game is dying. And also viewership and everything people like say on global side or Twitter is not actually represents the full encompass of all the people who play these games. And so I think we really, really like, sometimes I could be guilty of it myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think sometimes we take what we see in segments of comments on Twitter, in Twitch categories, YouTube views, we use that as a basis for the lifeline of a game. And Zenless Zone Zero proves to be the exact opposite of that, getting 97 or 98 milli vanillis, whatever it was. A lot of people's views were down. The viewership was pretty bad. And right now, I mean, even right now, if I went to Zenless Zone Zero right now, let's see what it's looking like. It's not indicative of the game's success. You know, it just made 90 plus million. It has 5.9K viewers, 3.1K, 1.1K. After that, it's 191, 194, 110, 70. Shout out to Cushball, 57, etc. So it's like, I think we take these things too literal. I think we take them without a grain of salt, and we make it the world, and that is not the case. So let's continue.
Is Honkai Star Rail dying? No, absolutely not.
No, Gacha Smacks is over.
Fluctuating when you're pushing that kind of volume, when you push the volume that these big 4 games are pushing, dropping 16 mil, 20 mil, 30, it's nothing to them because then they can just drop a banner and the exposure that they have will just ramp it back up 60 million. Again, not enough data to make any definitive conclusions. We can only just have a conversation. And this is the thing with adults in the discussion, adults who lived lives full of nuance and wisdom and experience.
SummerSlam's happening as it's going on.
There's not going to be any like type of tension or contentious like discussion. We're just going to be like, yeah, maybe that's why it happened. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. I disagree. I think this is probably why it happened. We move on. But you come to the goddamn gacha community and Lord,
no, it's bad.
Let me tell you, you know that saying, the thing about common sense is it ain't that common. The thing about nuance is the gacha community doesn't have any nuance.
Zero.
So if you have a nuanced discussion, be prepared for them to take one of the 10 points and just focus on that point, bro. Like, fuck your other 9 points, just the 1 point we're focusing on here. Listen, guys, I've been trying my hardest. Go and look at my videos. I've been trying my hardest to stay out of the drama. But these dumb fucks rope me in every single time. Like, right at this time, it was Pokey's goofy ass. I will bake Pokey. I will bake your ass like an oven the next time you do this shit. You get a little bit of a half little tap this time, but next time I'm left hooking you like goddamn Alex Petiera from fucking MMA class. Simmer down, little pup. You're not that guy, okay? You're not that guy, little pal. Bro said, I am gonna cook Gacha Smacks, but actually, unironically, I cooked myself.
Yeah.
Hey, goofball, bro.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, why are you saying it like that? Oh my God, there I am right there. There's all 3 of us. Yeah, man, he's 100% accurate. Unfortunately, the gacha community has this really bad thing of not having any discussions like adults. And you are allowed to disagree with people. And even if, let's say, they both genuinely did disagree about the point, although Gacha Smack apparently didn't make a specific one singular point in that video, made multiple points. The community will not like that, and they won't care. And then again, the drama baiting. And I think this stuff is so cringe. I think it's annoying. Again, I like all these people. Like, I like them. I like tech. You know, fucks with Hex heavily, EO, like all like that crowd is mad cool. But I just personally wouldn't do that to someone, like to a mutual creator, especially if I got respect for them on that level. If they're a bad person, they're a bad human, like same photo. Okay, let's cook this homie. But like, you know, to use people again, look at that EO situation, man. I like Pokey. 5 videos, 4 videos. Like how many videos did he put out on the EO stuff? This one, and then he introed in with the EO's hottest hot take in that video. So there was one there. Then after that, he kept going. There's been a lot. There was this one. That's 2. That's 3. He reacted to their podcast. That's 4. And this was the other one. Tectone quits Endless Zone 0. It's just goofy behavior, and it gets views without a doubt. But like at the cost of your homies, I don't know. Again, not for me. Not my style. Clearly, he's making more of a bag than me, right? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But it's situations like this where it's like it makes you lose faith in the community, because it's like, why can't there be A, genuine people, and B, not that he's not genuine, but like, again, weirdo energy, and B, just normal conversation. So I don't know, man. That's my thoughts. I think it's crazy. It's crazy nonsense. Yes, I shave my beard. I know I look weird. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.